And welcome back to Ozarks Live. Bruce Porter joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment. And by the way, this is sponsored by the Resource Center. Good to see you again.
Good to be here.
Okay, big message. Where you put your money matters.
You think?
Well, it kind of says a lot, you know. I mean, I think we've got to think about that. We have taxable investments or we have deferred investments. Yeah. So I think you can look at it kind of like that just to get a basic understanding of two different buckets that you can put your money in. Now, when we talk about taxable monies, well, that can be your paycheck. It can be the interest off your savings account or your bank CD. It can be a brokerage gain that you have off a brokerage account. So it could be stocks, mutual funds, dividends, pensions, anything you're getting that is not deferred is a taxable gain or a taxable interest type product. So when you go to do your taxes, all of that's going to come into play and it's going to create taxable income.
Right.
Now, whether you use it or not, right? So you could be getting growth on a CD someday, right?
Eventually.
Yeah. And even though you don't take that interest out, you get a 1099 for the gains of that.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of times there can be brokerage movement within the year that you sell a position with a gain and reinvest it back in, but at the end of the year you're going to have gains that you're going to have tax liabilities on. So I think all of that's got to be thought through. Now, when you look at the other bucket, deferred means you're kicking that liability of tax down the road.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, traditional 401ks, 403bs, qualified retirement accounts might be a pension that you got coming eventually, deferred compensation, profit sharing, things like that. Traditional IRAs, also remember, a traditional IRA is a class. You can have a brokerage traditional IRA, you can have a mutual fund traditional IRA, a bank CD traditional IRA, an annuity traditional IRA. They're all deferred. Now, you know, someday you're going to have some tax liability, but right now it's pushed down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what creates tax-free income? Well, Roth IRAs, that's a big one, right? Municipals. So if you have municipal bonds, they may be subject to state and local tax, but they're going to be federally tax free. So, you know, there's different investments you can get to have tax-free income.
Right.
So I think the lesson that the takeaway is we want to have different buckets of money once we reach retirement age. So once you're there, it's all about controlling how I'm going to take distribution. My retirement income doesn't guarantee that you're going to be in a less tax bracket.
Right.
So if you have a spouse that passes away, the consideration there is you were married filing jointly, now you're filing as a single taxpayer. So under current tax rules, you would lose half of your standard deduction, basically.
Yeah.
So that could create some tax impact. So again, developing a educated distribution strategy, I think is very, very important, especially in retirement.
And it pays to start doing that earlier than later because then you kind of decide where you want to take the money out. You know, you have income for a while, then you decide, well, it's time to retire.
That's
well,
right.
Then where do you start taking the money from? And that matters too.
Right. It'd be really great if all of your retirement income was tax-free.
Wouldn't it?
Well,
Sure.
if you retired with $1 million in your Roth IRA, that could be possible, right? And we're going to have some other shows. We're going to go a little bit deeper into some specifics, but where you put your money does matter. So the takeaway is make sure you're paying attention to the buckets you're using.
And start
Absolutely.
paying attention early.
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the QR code. Go ahead and scan that. It'll give you some more information. You can learn all about his workshops and what have you. But if you have a financial question for Bruce, visit the website resourcecenterinc.com or give him a call at 417-882-1800. Good to see you.
Good to
See you next week.
All right,
You
will
bet.
do.